Get this shit and attack to the Ottomans.
What the fuck is this?
Just pull this thing.
Oh, hello, Muhammad Ali. We are in a war with Russia and the army modernization isn't finished yet. I heard your army was modernized by French. Can you send some troops, please?
I can't.
Stop this shit.
But I am finishing the sick man's pain.
Stay out of our business, Russia. What the fuck is this?
Stop IT.
Maybe I should stop.
After Muhammad Ali was stopped, Tsar Alexander realized that the Turks were so weak that they could not even control their own governor, and therefore he could easily obtain whatever he wanted. With no real justification, he occupied Moldavia and Wallachia, which were under the rule of the Ottoman Empire. After the occupation, the European powers condemned Russia. Austria and Prussia stated that they did not want war and that Russia should leave the Ottoman territories. Britain and France, however, knew that if their rival Russia defeat the Ottoman Empire, it would become extremely powerful. For this reason, they sent Russia an ultimatum. The Ottoman Empire, which refused to accept the occupation of its territories, declared war on Russia. But there was a thing that Russia don't know. Mehmet II had finished the army modernization before he passed away.
Hello, Janissary.
Hello, Sultan.
Get this, and wear these things.
I can't. These are Gavur things. You are Gavur Sultan.
Plan B, get this clothes or I will get your head. That's much better.
But I don't know how to use this shit.
Let me show you. Just pull this thing and... Oh, I am sorry.
The Russians' plan was simple. After capturing Vidin, they planned to defeat the Ottoman Empire by gaining the support of Orthodox Bulgarians, Serbs, and Greeks who shared their religion. However, the Turkish commander Omar Pasha had analyzed the situation well. The Ottomans crossed the Danube River and defeated the Russians. After that, Ottomans managed to Savasome parts of Wallachia. The Russians understood that they can't beat the Turks, so they changed the strategy. They started to pay more attention to the Eastern Front. At first, Ottomans succeeded in stopping the Russian attacks. But Russians attacked better than before, so they managed to push back the Turks. While Ottoman ships were carrying support to Turkish soldiers in Batum, they were ambushed by the Russian navy. Because of the number of Ottoman ships was very small, the Russians thought the Turks would surrender, but the Turks refused to surrender. As a result, a sea battle broke out and the Ottoman ships were sunk by the Russians. But this event had woken up the sleeping giants. When France and Britain realized that the Russian navy could enter the Mediterranean Sea and potentially ruin their profits, they sent their own navies to Istanbul and declared war on Russia. At the same time, Ottoman and Russian armies were fighting in Cetacea. The war had no clear winner, but since the Russians gave heavy casualties, they were forced to withdraw. The Ottoman Empire, taking advantage of this, recaptured the Cetacea. After that, Russians tried to provoke Greeks against the Turks.
Hello, Greece.
Hello, Russia.
Attack to the Ottomans.
They.
Because Turks are ungodly. Holy war.
Holy war.
Get ready for IT. Are you still with me, Greece?
You are fake Orthodox.
What?
You changed your religion and became Orthodox, just to ally with the Eastern Roman Empire. You were about to believe in the fake religion of the Turks.
While Greeks were getting ready for a war against the Ottoman Empire, the French invaded Athens and changed the pro-Russian government. The Russians sieged Silistra, but the Turks defended the city well. At that time English and French came to Vidin. The Russians failed to get the city. The Turks beat the Russians in Wallachia, and Omar Pasha entered to Targovishte. Ottomans rescued Wallachia from Russian occupation. After that, Russians left Moldavia. The Allies agreed to make an operation to Crimea. Meanwhile, the Austrian soldieries entered Moldavia. The Austrians are here to protect Moldavia against a possible Russian attack. The Allied navy arrived to Crimea. The Allied forces landed on Sugdak. English and French won the war against Russians while the Turks were capturing the Kerch Strait. British and French were capturing rest of the Crimea when Turks were sieking Sevastopol, the biggest city of the peninsula. Finally, the Ottomans managed to enter the city. Meanwhile, at the Eastern Front, the Russians get cars from Ottomans. The Russians wanted to continue the war, but Austrians got mad and said they will declare war on Russia if they don't finish the war. Russians understood that they are enough powerful to follow Europe, Südwest Testebak. The countries met at Paris for peace.
Hey Russia,
What?
I hate from Turks. I fought with them together for my profits. You lost in war, but I'm sure you will win on the table.
Thank you, bro.
What did you said, Franz?
Nothing.
Encouraged by the stance of France, the Russians tried to put pressure on Ottoman diplomats. Meanwhile, British largely saved the Ottomans from this pressure. Although the war seemed to be over on the battlefield, a new war started on the table. First, both sides would leave the territories they had occupied. The Russians left Kars, the Allies left Crimea. The Black Sea would become a neutral zone between the Russian Empire and the Ottoman Empire, and both sides would close the shipyards they had built there. The Russian Empire Navy would then be relocated from the Black Sea to the Baltic Sea. This provision effectively turned the Black Sea into a Turkish lake because in a new Russo-Turkish war, the Ottomans could easily send ships into the Black Sea through the Bosphorus, whereas the Russians would have to travel a very long distance. Another provision showing that the Black Sea was left to the Turks was the closure of the Bosphorus. No one could pass through it without the permission of the Ottoman Empire. The Black Sea becoming a Turkish lake was also good for the profits of Britain and France. The Russian Empire would no longer be able to threaten the Mediterranean Sea, and its centuries-old dream of reaching warm seas would come to an end. After the Crimean War, the Ottoman Empire accepted to the European bar and became a European country.
To the victory.
Are you okay?
This is normal. She drunk alcohol.
To Vesteg Furella.
What did you drink, Tark?
I drunk Aaron.
Aaron is mine.
Who said IT? I think I found IT.
Oh, shit.
The Crimean War is very important for history. It is the first modern war in the world's history. This war showed that wars could no longer be fought only for territory, but also for political rights and profits. Subscribe to my channel, or I will give you to the Austrian painter.
Und wie?
Like he said, don't forget to leave a like.